Hello and welcome back to our channel. In today's video we will discuss the two types of love, as defined by Pausanias in his speech, and whether or not we agree with his hypothesis. Pausanias was a famous Greek geographer, traveler, and philosopher of the 2nd century AD. He made various remarkable discoveries, and philosophized various ideas, many of which related to the subjects of the universal human experience, and the different attitudes of humans towards the forces of love and desire. Among these ideas, Pausanias also attempted to philosophize the duality of love and desire, which he termed the heavenly eros and the common eros. In the speech that Pausanias delivered in Plato's Symposium, where various thinkers and philosophers got together and described their ideas on the subjects of love and eros, Pausanias defined two forms of eros, the common eros, and the heavenly eros. This video will delve deeper into these two forms of eros described by Pausanias, and consider what the philosopher meant by the two forms of eros. Moreover, personal opinion and viewpoint on the subject of common eros will also be provided within the video. As defined by Pausanias, the two forms of eros, the common eros, and the heavenly eros, resulted in a different form of love deriving through them. For instance, the philosopher defined how the love that came out of the heavenly eros was honorable and pure, as it sought spiritual and intellectual connection. Moreover, in this form of love described by the philosopher as the heavenly eros, physical appearances and attractions were not as important as the spiritual and the intellectual character of the individual. The philosopher also suggested that the love that was a result of the heavenly eros would last longer, as it would not be based on any superficial or temporary aspects, instead it would be based on what an individual is from within. On the other hand, love derived from the common eros, according to the philosopher, only sought the gratification of sexual desire. In other words, it was the love that was based on the good looks and the physical attraction of the individual rather than the spiritual or intellectual character. This form of love, as the philosopher described it, only lasted for a short period of time, as it was not based on any form of commitments. It created a point of view where love was brought down to the level of physical human desire, and only used as a means to an end. This form of love did not attain any form of spiritual or intellectual connection according to the philosopher. Our personal point of view of the concept of common eros as defined by Pausanias is that there is some truth to it, however, it is not the ultimate truth. We believe that some people do approach love as a higher force of spiritual and intellectual fulfillment as compared to others, who only see love as the means to an end, for the gratification of physical desires. However, we do not agree with Pausanias completely, as we do not believe things are as black and white, there can definitely be some gray areas. We believe that the human experience requires us to have a spiritual and intellectual connection with others, while also requires us to have physical relationships, and love plays an important part in both of them. We believe that the people who approach love as only one of those two forces ignore or repress their other part within themselves, and only want love to be one of those two things. In reality, love can be felt in the physical, as well as the spiritual and the intellectual levels of the human experience. Nonetheless, we do agree with Pausanias on the assumption that people that approach love from a physical aspect, derived from the common eros, can rarely have long-lasting relationships, and their love is short-lived. However, we do also believe that experiencing love on that human level is also an important human experience that all of us must have, just as important it is to feel love on the spiritual and the intellectual level. To sum up what has been said thus far, this video discusses the common eros and the heavenly eros as defined by the Greek traveler and philosopher Pausanias. The video studied how the philosopher defined these two terms, and approached how love derived from both of them. Other than that, the video also included our own personal opinion about the two eros defined by the philosopher, and whether or not we agree with him. To this, it was concluded that we do agree with the philosopher to some extent, however, we believe the human experience to be much more complex than that, and can rarely be defined that easily. Thank you so much for watching our video. Now please take a moment to like this video, share it with your family and friends to spread knowledge, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We will see you in the next video when we bring another intriguing topic for you to learn about. Until then, goodbye.